All right. So I don't know how to tie these two together exactly, but we're talking about increasing the conversion rate on the website, and we're talking about a meaningful impact and a brand connection. And I'm really excited to see this technology showcased because it's been around for a while conceptually that we could build 3D models or that we could create augmented reality filters for our business, but I haven't seen it done in a way that's this easy. So I'm going to bring on Daniel and Vik from levAR or levAR. You guys will have to tell me how you prefer to think about it. And they're going to show us what their tool does and how easy it is for a merchant to get a 3D visualization of their product and then help the customer place it in their house, on their wall. So like I've got like a blend jet right here. I could actually see that thing before it's in my, physical presence, which I think is just quite amazing. Guys, I'm bringing you on now. I'll also get the screen share up for you here. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for that introduction. levAR, by the way.
levAR it is. Okay, fine. I love it. I'll mute myself and go into the background and let you guys show us the tool.
For sure. Yeah, Derek, thanks so much for having us. It's been really great watching all the other sponsors and speakers up so far. So just to start a little bit about myself. So I actually originally did a lot of work in film and television, natural storyteller, everything from feature films to 300 VR music videos. And when I met Daniel and Trey, I learned about the lack of storytelling in the digital space, specifically in e-commerce, right? A lot of e-commerce businesses spend so much time and effort making amazing products, but are ultimately let down by the typical shopping experience that we've all come to know. And for me, levAR and all the work that I've done here at levAR really embodies this gigantic opportunity to enable e-commerce businesses of all sizes to tell that product story authentically and accurately.
Cool, yeah, and my name is Daniel Esrig. So I'm the CTO and one of the co-founders at levAR. Super excited to be here to share a little bit about who we are and what we're working on. So my background, I spent a number of years in e-commerce at a e-commerce business in Chicago called Zorro. It was a little tiny tool sales channel, and we helped grow it into a $400 million e-commerce brand, and then moved to a technology company, really small technology company in Boston at the time called Klaviyo, and spent a couple of years there really working with that team to help that business grow, learn a lot about how to grow a really successful and valuable technology company. And when Trey and I got together to start levAR, we took a lot of the lessons about how to build really scalable value add SaaS technology for e-commerce businesses, but really work in the product shopping space, making that experience that people have while they're shopping more immersive and more engaging to really drive revenue. So I'll let Vik take it from here, and then I'll be happy to answer some questions towards the very end.
Thanks. So obviously this is a technical showcase, but before we get into any sort of demo, I really want to talk about what that typical product experience that I mentioned earlier is. Sorry if anyone works at Restoration Hardware, but they're a business that does close to $1 billion a year in revenue, and this is their desktop experience, right? Decent product photo, but I don't know if you can see on this screen share, right? Not all of the variants actually have product photos associated with them. So there's a bunch of finishes that I can't actually look at product photos for. Sure, there are some text dimensions at the bottom, but unless I have a tape measure or anything handy, I really have no context for what this is going to look like in my space, let alone what kind of box it's going to ship in. And even more so, this experience on mobile could be even more limited. The website might not even be responsive, plugins may not work, right? So this is the standard, e-commerce shopping experience you've come to know. And when levAR is fully integrated on a web store and the product assortment is digitized, the customer has two cohesive experiences on desktop and mobile. A high-end 3D experience, as well as a seamless transition to mobile, where you can also have the same 3D experience, as well as the ability to view the product in your space. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what that looks like right now. I'm going to go on levAR.io and click on our demo here. And this is a standard Shopify store. Uses the debut theme. A lot of folks start with it. We actually work with any Shopify theme without any impact to performance, site speed, anything like that. So let's look at leather share, right? Fairly standard product page, but what you'll see here at the bottom is this call out. I can click view in AR. What happens is I'm actually taken to this 3D experience where I can rotate the chair with my mouse and zoom in, right? And look at it from any angle. And you guys will actually get a chance to try this for yourselves later on in a couple minutes. Screen share kind of takes away some of the fidelity, but I can really punch in and see some of these details here. So if I actually click this button right here in my space, I'm presented with a QR code. And if I take my mobile phone out, whether it's an iOS device, Android phone, tablet, whatever, just open the camera app, scan the QR code. I'm actually going to go ahead and share my phone screen so we can take a look at what that looks like once you've once you've actually scanned the QR code.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
bring it back in here.
have that shared. Cool. So I just scanned that code on my device, and I'm presented with a bunch of instructions here. And all I have to do now is just tap launch an AR. And what happens now is my camera actually fires, and the object drops right down in my space, right? And I can move around. I'm literally moving my body and camera around. I can get low, I can get above it. I can use my finger to place the object, rotate it with 2 fingers, and really compare it to the size of other objects in my space currently, right? Look at the shadows. You can see the way light refracts off the material. It's really, really cool experience. Now, when your customer is actually done, right, and exits the viewer, they have the ability to check out the same high-end 3D experience we were just looking at on desktop. And when they exit the 3D viewer, we're dropped right on the product page. And you'll see why this is so cool and very important in a couple minutes here. So let me jump back on desktop here.
Yeah, I'll get you. I have to add each one manually. Fun fact.
We're good.
Here we are.
Right. So the experience that we just saw, right, it's a one-click implementation from the levAR dashboard, and we also provide you the ability to customize how that experience fires. Let's say you have a plugin or a widget that doesn't really work with the standard placement of that button on the bottom. If we take a look at this boot here, you can also fire that experience from a button that you can code yourself, right? So there's full customization. And something that we're actually just rolling out to customers right now is this image carousel experience. So if we actually take a look at this image carousel here, it's a very easy way to look at different product variants, your existing product photography. But if you look at this toggle up here, 3D, if I switch that on, I'm actually presented with the same 3D experience that we were just looking at in full screen earlier. And it's happening right here on the product page. Same ability to look at it from any angles, look at the details, and also same kick out to mobile augmented reality, right? And the reason this is important is a lot of folks in our space haven't nailed the seamless experience from desktop to mobile. A lot of folks have apps you need to download, right? There's harder implementation for the store owner. But regardless, if you're on an iOS, Android, desktop, tablet, whatever, all of that complexity between serving the right 3D models, web browsers, all of that's obscured and is completely transparent and invisible. So how does the process actually work? How do you get started with digitizing your product assortment? A lot of folks, if you have good product photography and dimensions listed already, we can take the information on your product page and get started. But if something's more complex or you don't have that information, we'll simply solicit that on an introductory call. So take a look at these 6 photos I shot here earlier. This is a mug sold by Jamber, a really cool company. They sell a mug that allows folks that have fine motor control issues, Parkinson's, joint issues, to hold coffee cup due to the specialized handle. Really, really cool company. But if we actually go over to their website here, right? Standard Shopify store. If I go, click shop, we'll actually take a look at their red mug here, right? We actually only got information for one color, but we were able to create all the different color variations just from a single set of information. So this is where I would invite all of you to go ahead and actually scan this QR code with your mobile device. Just open the camera app on your device and scan this QR code. And you can very easily just place it on your keyboard or on your desk in front of you. So the entire process is actually facilitated through the levAR dashboard. And here you get a full rundown of your product assortment, all of the products, the variants, and you kick off the process from here. We also take care of the model review process from here as well. So the ability to commission an asset, review it, and set it live all happens from this self-service dashboard. And that's really, really exciting. When you do actually set a model live from the dashboard, we actually give you a QR code or a dynamic activation link. And we've heard from some amazing speakers, amazing apps today, whether it's SMS marketing, folks that do email, chatbots, newsletters, landing pages. You can actually take that dynamic link, whether it's a QR code or a button, and embed it right in all those different marketing channels, right? So you can use your digital product assortment not just on your web store, but on all the other channels that you're using right now. And on the theme of just really getting the maximum return from your digital product assortment are product renders. So spike right here, digitally generated. If we actually go back over to the demo store right here, every single one of these images was digitally generated, right? There was no camera, no photographer, right? And it really speaks to the fidelity of the models they're making. The same models that drive the 3D and AR experience we saw earlier are creating these product renders, right? So there's this really awesome opportunity to not only supplement your existing product photography, but take images that were previously not possible now, or even after the state of the world, right? And the deliverable is just an image file. So you can use these on any channel. Similarly, your digital product assortment can also be used to make really fun social filters, right? Whether it is a standard try-on experience. We're seeing a lot of interest in the beauty and makeup space. We have technology on Instagram and Snapchat that lets us really easily try on makeup such as lipstick, foundation, eyeliner, as well as create really fun brand activations such as mini games. And this is a really great way to engage your existing social audience on all of those channels. So in terms of what we're working on, what's coming, I can definitely say that here at levAR, we're really busy, and I'll let Dan speak to what all of that means, what is coming.
Yeah, thanks, Vik. So as the CTO, I wasn't going to let Vik steal all the thunder and get to talk about kind of what's coming next because I'm super excited about it. So basically, there's three big initiatives for us. One is make it easier and faster to create your 3D models in augmented reality. And so we're releasing a new dashboard in the next couple of weeks that allowed you to basically streamline that process. So if you need to upload additional content to help us make the models, your ability to kind of review that process, giving you more kind of like activation opportunities, whether it's custom links, pre-built iframes, pre-built buttons, so that you can drop the experience in any channel you want. If you're using a Shopify e-commerce type platform, right, that integration already exists. Can be a one-click, hey, I turn on that activation. But there's so many other places that you should be taking advantage of the 3D product experience, and we just want to make that super easy for you. The second thing is customizing that viewer experience. So whether it's embedded in the page or if it's the the pop-up or the full screen view, whether it's the background, the lighting, product call-outs where you can specifically pinpoint a specific feature in the product that you call out in the viewer. All of those things we're working on releasing, including animation. So, say you sell luggage, you want the piece of luggage to open and close so people can see the inside. That's all coming in the pipeline over the next quarter, 2 quarters or so. And then finally, we want to make it, like I mentioned earlier with the activations, we want to make it easier for you to use the 3D experience wherever people are engaging with products. So whether it's building more integrations with e-commerce platforms or more integrations with social and marketing platforms, advertising platforms, or even email, SMS platforms, we want we want you to be able to when you send that abandoned cart email, right, through your Klaviyo type platform, we want that 3D product activation to be right there with it, because we know that that's going to drive incremental time spent with the product, and it's going to help drive incremental transactions. And then pricing. So pricing is a big deal in this space. Generally, and we've seen this with a lot of our competition, this is a major barrier to entry for folks. And just like just like our dashboard creates accessibility for you to easily integrate and get started, we've built a pricing model that allows a really small new business to get started, and also allows a business with tens of thousands of products doing, $50, $100, $200 million a year to also transition their products and start using 3D and augmented reality. So 2 pieces to pricing. We have the 3D model creation. So this is the actual art process where we digitize your product. This can start anywhere from $25, and it can go all the way up to $250 or $500 for things that are really complicated, like a motorcycle or a car or a really fancy piece of gym equipment. So that's the first piece. And then the second piece is the subscription fee, and that's the hosting. And so that just allows you to use all these integrations, have these dynamic product links that you can use through any of your other platforms. And that's just a usage charge. So you can get started for $25 a month. And as you add more and more products, the incremental price for each of those additional products goes down. So your 500th product that you add in 3D, right, that's going to be, $1 or $1.50 a month per product. So we allow folks to scale both with the easy implementation and with pricing. And then finally, I think it's important to talk about the ROI. I mean, we're all focused on ROI, whether it's us using a marketing tool to help drive customers to our business, or an e-commerce business trying to drive more sales. And so there are kind of 3 components to kind of like our measurement for ROI. One is conversion rate. So we're seeing that specifically on Shopify, when folks use 3D and AR in their site, there's this nice bump of about 27 to 30% increased conversion rate, which is a lot. I mean, that's a big bump in terms of conversions. The other thing that I'm not sure if people think about that often, but is a big ROI driver for 3D and AR is a reduction in returns, right? When people can put the product in their space, they can really start to get a better understanding of what it's going to look like, how it's really going to fit, right? We see returns go way down, and that's a big cost saver, because we all know returns can be really expensive. And then finally, I think an important factor in this is you're engaging customers, right? People tend to spend at least twice as much time with a product when they get into the 3D experience. And so, providing this 3D experience through all of your channels is really going to drive folks to spend more time with the awesome products that you guys have spent so much time designing and building.
So, we definitely outlined, how easy it is to get started regardless of your business size. But barring, hard numbers and statistics, it's really important to acknowledge some of the realities that affect the importance of the product experience itself, right? More people are transacting on mobile, right? So the mobile product experience is crucial right now. People are transacting on e-commerce in general in lieu of legacy retail. So giving folks the ability to experience your products in their space, get an idea of the size, materials, all that sort of stuff, incredibly important now, as well as reaching all of your customers on the different marketing channels and all the different tools that you're using for acquisition and retention. At levAR, we are extremely focused on your products, right? Bringing those to life, as well as the experience your customers have with those products on your web store. So I definitely just want to say thank you so much for all of you guys for checking this out. Derek and the amazing e-commerce tech team for putting this on. Really happy to extend a 25% model creation discount through March 31st for folks that sign up, attendees that sign up through this event. Feel free to find us on these handles above. We're also listed on eCommerce Tech.io's app listing. If you ever want to nag me about AR, 3D, anything e-commerce related, find me on Clubhouse. Otherwise, shoot me an email if you have any questions or want to get started.
I love it. Awesome. We'll be sure to let everyone know about the discount offer in our follow-up email to all event attendees as well. I'm thrilled for what you guys just showed us. I think somebody in the audience right now is going, "Oh my God, we could totally use this to change that experience on our website." I feel like, you know, it felt intangible just 2 years ago, and you've made it quite tangible for these, you know, let's say mid-sized and growing, fast-growing brands. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Derek.
And we have a perfect transition. I'm going to let you guys go. We'll talk to you later.
Take care.